Hey, what is up? We are live. Welcome, everybody. We have Scott here. We have Steve. It's been a good day for me. How is everybody doing? But first, before we get into anything, I am definitely going to hit the intro.
We're grinding through the torment. High volume, no management. Taming souls indecent. Grinding drafts through the abyss, no rest in our veins. Feel striking like lightning, flooding endless pains from late season voids. He's dropping all the flames. Bestball Degens unite, shattering the chains. Old school RB stacking fury, derailing trendy trains. Who must command in the storm etched in our brains? Who? Hey! Thunder in the names, claiming all the kills. Flames, names, games. Degen wrath of fuse, stone age torment remains. Bestball eternal, in Wumane's infernal domain. Pterodactyl pigs screaming, caveman chaos reigns. Fossil fury fuels the fire, drafting through the vein.
What's up? How we doing, Hartman? Yeah, so I had a really good day. Got home from work super early, took a nap, and woke up just a little bit ago. So I'm still like in that groggy state of trying to process things. So I might be a little slow to start, but I don't know who all is in the Discord or whatever. But so after work, messaged my dad. My dad and my nephew always go out to eat on Sundays. We went out to we went out and I messaged in the Discord what happened, but it was pretty funny and not funny at the same time. Right at the end, like right when we were getting ready to leave, another family walks in, a little kid. Uh, they took his he walks in like his grandma's looking at him. They takes his jacket. He just like starts blankly staring at her, and right about waits about 10 seconds and then just projectile vomited all over as soon as they got there. It was quite an experience to witness. Uh, and they were like, "Are you okay?" He just stood there like completely shocked. It was wild. But there's a little story for you. You're welcome. You're all welcome for that. But anyway, I seen a little bit ago that uh I don't know if it's gonna work, but John Harbaugh, or I guess 5 hours ago, John Harbaugh spoke with Rex Ryan about becoming the coordinator. Uh, no, nothing there on if it's gonna happen or not, but yeah, uh, that would be really cool. So yeah, I really think that it's. I don't love that range. What's up, Frog? How we doing, Paulino? But anyway, no more delaying. I'm going to hit the countdown and then I'm going to join the war room. So good luck. Hopefully it doesn't fill before I get in.
Bestball Degens, we never leave the grind. Fury, endless, breaks, relentless, fantasy, reigns. Who wins? Immortal.
All right. We are waiting on 7. So we're going to have a little bit of time. This may take a little bit to fill, but we are definitely going to wait until this fills. I'm going to try to fill in some time. Let me put on the background music real quick. Let me know if I have the if it's the correct volume or not. This song plays a lot louder than everything else. I kind of like I I mean, it isn't like as Peanut says, it's a tough poll, depends on the build and the running backs are already drafted, right? Like if you have like an A-chan or whatever, I kind of might like to take the chance on price there a little bit more. Uh, like I I don't know if he really lost the job though, right? Like, didn't he kind of get hurt and then Rico took over the job, and then whenever he got healthy again, Rico was no longer the man. Like like that is something I do plan on digging into. Like I've looked into it a little bit, and like it really looks like Chuba kind of got hurt. Rico got the dream matchups, and I think they played Cincinnati, Dallas in that time. And then it kind of felt like Chuba won it back at the end of the season, right? And this is after Canales came out and specifically is like, hey, no, we're going to try it with Rico being our guy. They tried it for like a week and a half, and then they started mixing it in. And Rico has been unhappy because he, because that happened and he was told he got the job. So I mean, Rico's almost for sure not going to be there. I do weigh into this some. Like I am a little worried. Like I'm not going to be overweight on Chuba, or like massively overweight. But I do kind of like it. I think it's a good spot, but I feel very sure that they're going to add somebody, right? It doesn't feel like they're going to go into the season with Chuba Hubbard plus just Chuba and Jonathan Brooks coming off of 2 ACLs, right? Like that feels unsustainable. I know they have Trevor Etienne, but he did everything he could to lose confidence last year. Yeah, and I mean, Chuba, I get it. I get why you could think that Chuba's a bum because Rico smashed, but like you look at the matchups and there's a little more to go on into the situation. Paulina says Chuba also tried to force coming back too soon. Yes, exactly. Like because he came back. This is a war room, by the way. War room. So anybody waiting, this is a war room. It's 71%. I've only done one of them. So if you would like to join the war room, that's what we're doing. So if people are confused, we'll go ahead and do that. And then that way, if people are coming in, they will know. While we're waiting though, I have done one war room already. And while we're waiting, we'll go look at it. I looked at it right before the draft. I don't dislike it, and I don't love it. It was when Jamie was on, by the way. Shout out to Jamie. Welcome, Jamie. Welcome, Mufasa. Welcome, Fantasy Football Garage. Check out Fantasy Football Garage, by the way. Adam, Kai, thanks all of you guys for coming out. So, first one, I got Jackson Dart, 82. Jordan Love, 106. Bryce Young. Had to take him early for a third, but I did that because I have Tetaroa. James Cook, Jeremiah Love, I pulled him up. These are 2 running backs at the time I wasn't taking much of. I'm kind of in on Love at ADP now. Not like overly in, but I'm in. James Cook, I don't have many shares of, and I don't want to full fade him, so taking him in a higher stakes tournament does make a little more sense. Gainwell, I love. Spears is a good pick. Speaking of the devil, we got Jonathan Brooks there and Isaiah Davis. And we have the big stack there, right? We have Brooks, we have Bryce Young, we have McMillan. We have Ladd, Mekhi Lemon, and Jordan Tyson at the turn. Jaden Reed, Tyreek at 160, Flournoy, and this is our only Xavier Legette share. It might be our only one that we continue to go with. But that's what we did. Then Tucker Kraft, who I absolutely love. Njoku, I pulled him up because he's underpriced, and then Tonjes. So I think it's a good team. And by the way, for those of you who don't know, this year the War Room structure is different. It is 2 of 12 into 2 of 10 into 2 of 10, and the finals is only 30 seats. But you get to play at a 30-seat final for $20K. And you win $100, which is your money back if you max the thing to get a team to the finals. I was in that war room scooping the... Yeah, I think you were on there. Jamie was in it. That was Jamie's first draft of the season. If Brooks is healthy, they could keep their backfield. Yeah, I think that add a like mediocre style backup, right? Like not add anybody that's like gonna be expensive or anything. I look at that. The luck continues. We get a 101. We have Hartman. Welcome to the 104. We have Adam at the 6, Mufasa at the 7, Dirty at the 8, Sweet Leaf. Welcome back. Glad you love the content or think I suck. Either way, thanks for watching. Pick 9. I believe Alex may. If you're here, Alex, say something. If anybody else is here that is listening, you're welcome. Like, say something. Come hang out in the YouTube chat. We're all here having a good time. And by the way, 25 watching, we got 12 likes. I do plan on doing a second draft today, but I would like to get to 25 to 30 likes to get there. And then a second, like if we do a third draft, I'm not positive about a third draft, but I could probably be persuaded to a third draft as well. So I know we talked about it with Pepper Tony about Bijan. Like, he doesn't think it should be clear. Bijan's absolutely 101. I in my research, I put Bijan 101 pretty clearly, but I do understand that the Gibbs, Chase, like, and Puka arguments, and I'm not going to say that that's wrong. I'm going to say with the way that I viewed it and whenever I did things, I clearly came away with Bijan a 101. Like, and that doesn't mean that it's going to happen, but I actually think that Stefanski just got dealt really bad cards. And Bijan is as good of a runner as Nick Chubb, and he also has the receiving game behind it as well. And Chubb was awesome for a while. Chuba only outsnapped Rico when? From weeks 8 to 18, Chuba only outsnapped Rico once. Yeah, I do need to dig into it some more. It definitely looked like near the end of the season they started relying on Chuba. In the playoff game, they absolutely seemed to use Chuba more. I don't know who got more snaps, but I know that they didn't target, like, Chuba was their passing, like, he was the one that got the receptions, right? He was the one that was in at the goal line and stuff as well. So, like, if he's gonna outsnap, like, I do need to look at like what the inside the 20 stuff is, and the goal line specific snaps, because it really feels like Rico, who should be a guy that you use at the goal line, they were putting Chuba in at that point instead. Let's see if we can find that actually in fantasy points. Advanced rushing. Take the board away so I can see my my stuff. Panthers. We'll just look at the last few weeks here. And we're 4 picks away. We're setting this up real quick, and then we will we'll look at that after I've made my picks. So in this draft, nothing weird has really happened. I also got a trade offer today, and it's a Superflex Dynasty Elite 1.5 for tight ends. Somebody is offering me Jefferson for Harold Fannin and Justin Herbert. And I don't think I'm going to do it, but I don't think it's like a bad offer either, you know. So I'm kind of in on Chase. I think that I want to do the old 3 running back start here. I have a bunch of these other things going. So we're going to take Chase Brown, and we're going to take Kenneth Walker here. I'm slightly like Brees and Kenneth Walker to me are kind of the same pick. Like I kind of want them at the same rate. I think they should go about the same place as well. So we're just gonna start with the 3 running backs, and mostly because like on this side of the board, the rest of the time we don't have a lot of access to them. Yeah, I know. Like you're always way more analytical in your takes than like hating people. Unless it's a guy that plays quarterback for the Browns, who also like I think didn't look good analytically either. Yeah, that's it. Like, and this is a good point. It's a pretty nice running back room to target. As you've seen in the other war room, I took Chuba or Jonathan Brooks, and I took Chuba. Like, I think that you just want to have access to whatever Canales had. Like, Canales has proved he wants to run the ball. For maybe like there's 2 reasons for that. Number one, that's how he likes to play the game, but it also kind of seems like he doesn't trust Bryce Young, right? So with both of those things, like you kind of want access to that running game. They're also a team that made the playoffs last year. Like, take that for what it's worth. And like they outplayed their talent, most people would say, right? So we expect them to win more games next year. We expect them to be better. Maybe not win more, but we expect them overall to be a more solid team. Like they play hard and they play gritty. I want pieces of a running back room on a team that's like that, for sure. So like I think that Brooks is going to be super healthy? I don't know. But at the price in a backfield that they run that much, I definitely want to have shares of that. Hey, thanks, Kelly. That last game kind of skews it. When Bryce threw 55 times, twice to Chuba. Yeah, like there's definitely, and both of those times were in the or one of those times was in the red zone as well. Like if you're doing any like 4-week sample, obviously it's a small sample, but I don't think he was healthy until the back end. Like he came back, like it definitely feels like he came back way too early from that injury to me. Because he looked legitimately solid the first couple of weeks as well. I would have loved Devonta Smith. I think Devonta Smith is such a good play. We're absolutely taking him, and I don't take a lot of Igbuka. I'm not against it. I don't know if I love it as my wide receiver 1, but we're solid at quarterback and we're winning at running back, right? So getting somebody there definitely probably like might push tight end. We'll see what happens. But like Igbuka has room to move up, right? Let's look at what Adam did. Olave, London, and Garrett Wilson. I mean, close to 600, right? Like, it's probably more like 540, you know? Like, I think I heard earlier today on my way to work, I listened to a podcast, like it was a Fantasy Points thing. They were talking about bold predictions, and one of them was that Jamar Chase gets over 200 targets this year. And I guess 200 targets has only been done 3 times ever. A lot of people have got like 180-ish, or several have got there, but the 300 or the 200 target cliff is pretty big. But yeah, I mean, that's an awesome start. I wonder if Genty ends up moving up as well. Like, I don't know he ends up going there all the time, but like I don't hate it. I'm pretty in on Ashton Genty at the. Yeah, he absolutely could. Like Jamar had 185 targets last year and he missed a game, and Joe Burrow was like, I get that Flacco targeted him 26 times in a game or whatever. The 101 is nice, Bill. Thanks for shouting that out, Jamie. I appreciate you. And I do like this start. And like I said, I'm not against Igbuka. And I think I kind of prefer Christian Watson, but he's been falling quite a bit. So I'm gonna kind of hold off on that. And as I was getting to before I sidetracked myself, like, and I didn't even go back to the fantasy points data because I got sidetracked. But if Evans leaves, Egbuka is going to move up probably a few spots. All right, so I don't know. We could take him. We could take him. I don't have much Parker. Let's take. I like Parker. I don't get very much. We're gonna take him here. Do I want? I think I want one of these two running backs. I think I'll take the upside here with Tootin. We'll go ahead and do the team bet, the team correlation bet there with Jacksonville. I think this room specifically feels really good with Tootin. Like, because if Tootin hits, I think he has a good, like, I think he's going to have some big spike weeks, right? And I'm not going to rely on him either. So I definitely don't mind that. And I didn't like the receivers that came back. Pearsall or Evans, Metcalf or Brian Thomas are usually left over here. So if the room is going to piss that hard, I'm just going to take, like, I'm not going to take two wide receivers that I don't have a lot of on a team that I already have a receiver I don't take a lot of. In this draft, especially whenever I think one of Parker Washington or Alec Pierce has to be mispriced, like has to be too expensive. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, yeah, I liked his ADP when it was up at the top. I actually was highly debating on going Parker. Just Parker T-Law and being done, right? But it looks like that this, I mean, you're not even naked. You have DeAndre Swift, who is the pass catching back. And too many people, I think, and that I've said it before, a running back quarterback combination isn't that bad. Like, so many people kind of avoid doing it that it makes it better to do. So, like, I actually intentionally do things like I stack Hampton with Herbert if I can. I don't like go out of my. I don't have like 80% Herbert on my Hampton teams or anything, or that's not what like. But like 30% or so, I think perfectly valid. I think the field's going to do it. I don't have the data, but by watching what teams do, like let's see, do they have Hampton? They don't have Hampton, right? Like they have Ladd. The Hampton team passed on it, right? So like it seems like it's like 1 out of 10 lobbies that happens, and that's something I think I want overexposed to myself. Like that's something I'm going to do in rooms that I know the quarterbacks like Herbert throw to running backs. I have a decent amount of I'm absolutely shocked, Adam, that you have a bunch of Ladd. I cannot believe you have that much Ladd. We got 35 watching. Thanks, everybody. Like I said, I'd like to get to 25 likes to do the second draft. Haven't decided on the goal for the third draft. It'll probably be way up there. Something like, we'll just say 50. At 50, we will do a third. The first one, this is a war room for those who are just joining as well. So hopefully a receiver I like makes it back. There are definitely receivers I like a lot more here. And I think I'm going to push the second quarterback. I like the DJ Moore. I like both of these guys. Addison's a guy I've been wanting to get more of. I feel pretty good they're going to get somebody. Worthy, I think, is kind of a buy right now. Mahomes is gone. We're just going to go with DJ Moore and Xavier Worthy. Oh, I guess I timed out on Jordan Addison, so it looks like we're going. I'm fine with that. Like this feels good to me. Igbuka, Parker, Addison, and Worthy. A healthy Worthy might be worth it, might not be. We didn't get to see what Xavier Worthy was going to be uninjured last year, right? He's a small guy. That harness looked like it weighed a little bit. We also know that like jamming him does mess him up quite a bit. But with that going on and Rice not being there and the offensive line not being able to hold up, like it was hard for the team to really get a rhythm going. All right, 3 tight end, huh? I know we see yellow, like people pissing. We see Shrek turds all over the place. What's the blue? What's the 3 blues in a row? Like, what's the log here? What do we got? Like, what are we gonna call this as a community, guys? The 3 to 4 tight ends, like early in the, like that is wild. You're finding yourself with Hurts or Barkley sack. I mean, they did throw the ball a lot more to the running back, the blue bully. The blue bully's a good. Thanks, Lutz. Thanks, Lutz. I mean, it could be like, you know, I think the Smurf something would probably be accurate. I mean, I kind of like this team, and it's a lot different from a lot of teams I've done. I've not went Tootin as a 4th running back very often, like at all. Like when I take him, he's usually like RB3, and I think I like him as a 4th RB quite a bit. I laughed. I absolutely laughed. But like I'm not gonna put that out. I mean, I guess I did put it out there. I put it on the stage, right? So if I could get 2 of these guys, I'm gonna feel awesome. This could be a Concepcion team as well. Debo's a player I went into the offseason actually wanting a little bit of, and I didn't get very much of. So I'm going to take him for sure. The tight ends left are fine. I know I want to take Emmett Johnson, but if I do, I'm done. So I really like the Jaden Reed price. So we're going to go Deebo Samuel and Jaden Reed. Jaden Reed's like my 2nd most owned player right now. I think it's a really, really good price. We're going to push the quarterback. I think we're going to go 3 quarterbacks, and we're just going to push until late. So for the audio listeners, we are through 11 rounds. We have Lamar Jackson, Bijan Robinson, Chase Brown, Kenneth Walker. We have the Lamar, Chase Brown divisional correlation there. Bayshaw Tootin. Wide receivers, Igbuka, Parker Washington, Addison, Worthy, Debo, Jaden Reed. I bet you don't know who I'm wanting to take about pick. Let me go look what pick it is. At 193, we know what pick I'm going to take. It's up to you guys to stop me. If it's there, I take it. That's all I know. Debo and little Debo. Oh, so cute. I mean, I went into this offseason like fully expecting that, right? I know you've probably heard me talk about that. And like, I've clicked ETN a single time, I think. Let me go look. Let's find out a single time. Because I think there are so few spots that he lands that he is worth more or he's worth that pick. That pick, it bakes in his ceiling of landing with the Jaguars. And I don't I don't see it. Like he wasn't that efficient. I know Trevor Lawrence, like he was with Trevor Lawrence at college and all of that, but Liam Cohen calls the shots, and Liam Cohen did not draft him. I have roughly 3x exposure to Tootin. I do in case. Yeah, like that's the thing, like I still expect them to bring in like a solid RB on like that can actually fight with Tootin, right? Like I think like Rachaad White is the absolute perfect fit for them. I think Rachaad White's going to get paid more than people think. I think he's going to go to either the Commanders or to the Jags. I mean, if you want to give me a huge discount on this guy, we'll take a huge discount on this guy. I know you don't want Tyrone. Oh, you didn't want Tyrone Tracy. What? So we're going to take the dip on Kyler here, and we're just going to take. Are we going to do that? We're definitely taking Andrews. Do we want to go Andrews plus Juwan instead? I don't know. Like, what quarterbacks are left? If I don't take Kyler, I think I need to take Kyler here. If Penix comes back, he comes back. If not, fine. But got a little Andrews stack there. Got our second quarterback. That's our tight end one. If we have to, we'll go 4 tight ends. But I don't think I need to go 4 tight ends in this either. At least yet. Yeah, I think if ETN moves on, we see 1A, 1B situation where Tootin, right? Like Tootin will be the goal line guy, I believe as well. If he goes to the Texans, you're out. Like, yeah, if he goes to the Texans, he probably raises an ADP too, right? For the double counting effect of everyone hating Woody Marks, like. I mean, I'm not saying that they shouldn't dislike Woody Marks as a player. By the way, we still need 4 more likes to get to the next draft. You got several rounds to get there, but yeah. And by the way, if you're new and you enjoy the content, please think about subbing. It'll help out. At 500 subs, I have already committed to doing a 12-hour live stream post NFL draft. Probably just rip puppies the whole time. Might fit in a BBM or 2, but I will take that time. It'll be early on in the process for sure. Like, maybe the first week, maybe the second week. I'm not exactly sure. We will see. I want to make sure it's posted and before I schedule it, right? Yeah, I figure not. Because you have London, right? But at that pick, I had to decide, do I want to stack Bijan with Penix, which I've done a bunch? Or do I want to take Kyler as a wild card, right? Like, I don't really know. Like, Kyler could become the Addison connection, right? Like, I don't think it would take a little bit of them moving money around for that to happen. But that is something that could happen for sure. And by the way, let me know, do you guys like this as background music, or would you rather have the ducks? Would you rather have the driving song or whatever, the night driving? Just let me know. Shocker, Michael Penix. Adam Penix here at 163. I will take any of these RBs as a 4th or as a 5th. So this feels like the kind of room I can take that shot. The Elijah Surratt, like, I'm going to take him. And I think I want... Do I want Kamara? Taking Surratt for sure. I'm going to still push running the last running back, I think. I think I want another solid tight end. Jackson Dart seemed to hyper target tight ends. I definitely want a good chunk of Theo Johnson. I mean, I think that they absolutely love him and like pass protection and stuff. So that does like kind of lessen the chance of Rashad White, but Rashad White is better at the everything else, and he's literally he's one of the top pass down backs in the league. I'm taking Allen in the 20s. He'll see the field. Allen, which Allen? Oh, LeQuint? Yeah. I've taken him, yeah. But yeah, like I have taken him once. I don't take him too often. There's a certain player that I want to get more shares of that I do plan on taking on this team. I think that this room is going to be sharp enough to not let him fall to 216 though. I don't think he should go there, but we'll see. And whenever that player goes, I will say something. I did mention him last night as a player I would like to get more of. If you watched last night and you're in this draft, you got a little bit of an insight possibly to what I will do. And yeah, so all the people listening took the players that I kind of liked there. Kamara at the big discount. Brooks and Sean Tucker all feel fine. Sweet leaf on Dylan Sampson. Sampson absolutely feels like a fun click down here as well. And I'm, as much as I dislike Singleton as a prospect and his chances to hit, the thing is when he hits big. He's like the perfect best ball pick. Really, I don't like a lot of them down there. There's a couple I don't mind. Like I like these two as well. I actually don't have much of those. Like we all know Omar Cooper's on this team if he makes it to me. Do I want to take another? So I love both of these picks. Do I want to take Brissett here? Probably not. I think we're going to bring up Emmanuel Wilson, though. He's the player I was talking about. I think I didn't realize his ADP's jumped up now, so I'm going to go ahead and take him now. He was a player I said was going to go there. Yeah, there you go. You probably typed that as I took it. Jordan Mason is another one that I don't have enough of. My boy. Bucky plays there. Probably listening. Thank you for that. I do actually need less exposure. Like, I'm very comfortable with 30% Omar Cooper. That's where I want to end. Until Omar Cooper very shortly is going to be in round 13, I think. I think you could argue over Tyreek and Downs and McMillan. Yes. Pat Bryant, I think, is just underpriced. Ayuk is just a gamble. Tyreek is as well, right? Yeah, so we got a 2-5-8-2 here. I mean, if I'll take any of these guys if they make it. I don't have any shares of Marcus Mariota yet. If he's there at the very last pick, I might take him. I could stop at these running backs. I might not. I don't know. The tight ends absolutely have dried up though. I definitely need to get another tight end. And I definitely need a ninth receiver too. So if one of those quarterbacks make it back, I will end up with a 3-5-9-2. Turn the ball over. I do have a share or two of Tua. And on this team, I have been shouting that I think he could be the free option to go to Minnesota, right? So if that happens, if Tua goes to Minnesota, he's going to jump up several rounds. Like, is it thin? Yes, but with the state of quarterback in the NFL, like, he's going to end up somewhere with a job, I believe, via trade, via getting cut and going to a vet minimum, something's going to happen to where he's going to get a chance. All right, so my other team, I have Tonjes. So I would like to not do that. If I could double stack this, we would be super happy. Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah, so we're just going to double tap that. Aaron Rodgers, Pat Fry, GG. Elijah Surratt's the kind of guy I could absolutely see them taking in the second round as well. So a little bit of foreshadowing. We need 2 more likes. 2 more likes and we will get a big board after this war room. The fate is in your hands, chat. What do you think of it? I think that it makes sense. Like, yeah, I definitely need some, but I just feel really good about Aaron Rodgers being back in Pittsburgh. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe, like, I could easily be wrong there, right? So, I forgot to put the timestamp on the war room. I'll have to do that after the episode. So we will get a big board in after this. We just got to 28. And then, like I said, if we get to double that, we will do a third as well. All right, so I'm going to kind of look at what's available here. Wide receiver, tight end. Like, I could go 3 tight ends with a huge upside guy like Michael Trigg here. That could be fun. Egbuka, Parker Washington, Addison, Worthy, Debo, Jaden Reed, Surratt, Horton. Like, I could add Chris Bell, who has the ACL, right? Ted Hurst is a fun rookie as well. I'm kind of souring on Roman Hemby a little bit. I was never really into it. I mean, did Derek Carr end up going? He didn't go yet, but I mean, Kirk Cousins undrafted is interesting in the war room. But Chig is a really good pick. I think I want the wide receiver though. Jalen Lane, Dante Thornton. Could take Antonio Williams here. We could just do the stack there with Bateman. I think we just do the Bateman thing. I don't love it, but I think we just do it. All right, so the team here, 3-5-9-3. Lamar Jackson, Kyler Murray, and Aaron Rodgers. Running back, Bijan Robinson, Chase Brown, Kenneth Walker, Bashal Tutin, Emmanuel Wilson. Wide receiver, Emeka Egbuka, Parker Washington, Jordan Addison, Xavier Worthy, Debo Samuel, Jaden Reed, Elijah Surratt, Torrey Horton, and Rashad Bateman. Mark Andrews for the double stack with Lamar, Theo Johnson, Pat Freiermuth for the single stack with Aaron Rodgers. I think this team is fire. 3 really good running backs, a big upside swing here on Tutin. And then we pushed it and took a guy who could be a big value. Yeah, I'm going to review everybody's today. Last night, I do apologize to those who watched. I usually review your first team with me every time. 14-minute. Okay, sweet. Thank you. Give me 1 second to put that in real quick. Thank you, Crossface. I appreciate it. I figured somebody would do that for me if I said something. But yeah, I was so out of it last night whenever I got home from work. And it was Emo just talking. We were just chilling, having a good time. So I forgot to review my own team at the end of the second draft. I put it up, and I was like, we started talking. I never got to doing it. I'm like, all right, see everybody later. And after it was over, I'm like, I didn't even review my team. All right, so we have Hartman here, 3692. Joe Burrow, CJ Stroud, and Mendoza at a discount. I think he probably went Bowers with the two tight ends there. If you got a discount on Mendoza, that is awesome. Brees Hall, Travion, RJ Harvey, ain't scared of no sophomore slump here. Aaron Jones, Alvin Kamara, and Isaiah Davis, who I did take on my last War Room. Jamar Chase, Nico, Steph Diggs, Michael Pittman, Juwan Jennings. And I was like, I didn't want Pittman on an Ibuka team myself. Like, I thought he was a fine pick there. Because I don't have either one of them, and like very much of either one. Juwan Jennings, awesome pick. Tyreek, big upside swing. Zachariah Branch, good luck. Cooper Kupp, and Ted Hurst. Just take it from my queue, huh? Then Harold Fannin and Mason Taylor. It's a pretty strong room. I don't think I changed anything except like I might have added a third tight end. I don't know. Like either one, like I think it's fine. Like if you get any points out of your round 20 pick, it was worth it. Dusty Olds. That's what I do. That's what we do here. Dusty Olds. All right, we got Adam. That this team would rock in 2022. We got a 3-6-7-4. Opted to go with the fourth tight end. I'm curious if he went. I didn't remember seeing what he did, but I'm hoping he went with like a Stowers or Trigg or Max Clare in the last round with 3 other tight ends or something like that, or like a Sadiq and then did the same thing with 3 Dusty Olds. Caleb Williams, Tyler Shuck, Michael Penix. Love that. Genty Swift, Price, JCM, Tajay Spears, Jonathan Brooks. That is very, very solid. Tajay, 20 picks above ADP. I know you said you were high on him, but he has been falling. Like him and Vidal have been falling pretty rapidly, right? Which is interesting because no news has came out. Wide receivers, Drake London, Olave, Garrett Wilson, Marvin Harrison, DJ Moore, Pat Bryant, Trey Harris. That is perfectly fine to stop at 7. Like I like the Garrett Wilson plus Harrison double upside swing there. With those two, because like London, Olave are pretty much like absolutely locked at like 150 targets minimum, right? Like, so take 2 swings on high talent guys behind that as your third, like, and then fill in the back end. Like that feels really good. And he did exactly what I was like. This is how I like to do the 3 tight end stuff. Hawkinson, Otten, Komet, and Stowers. That feels good. Yeah, like okay, you just like sometimes like with these 20-second clocks get you in those spots, right? You're like, I kind of like this guy. Like, oh shit, I got 4 seconds left. Click something now. Yeah, like I don't hate it, like, because he has been falling. I think it's just, I saw one of them and Johnson didn't know what else to do. It's one of my rare teams without Emmett Johnson, so you're welcome. You might have had a chance. Mufasa here, 2693. We got Josh Allen. We have Patrick Mahomes. That is awesome. Like, no reason to get a third there. Taylor, Jeremiah Love, that sweet drop on Stevenson to 79. Jonah Coleman, Jordan Mason, Sean Tucker. That feels really good. He could be RB1. He's going to steal the goal line work. He could be RB1 somewhere. Like, you could have 5 RB1s and a goal line, like, and a Charbonnet type, right, from last year. Wide receiver, Zay Flowers, Luther Burton, DK Metcalf, Concepcion, Rashid Shaheed, Trey Tucker, Jeremy Bernard, Malachi Fields, and Jalen Royals. I think Jalen Royals is the easiest click on the board if you have Mahomes. Like it's round 20. You don't need much from them. They don't have a lot of people on there. Right? Rashee Rice, any day is liable to end up in prison. So, like, why not? Right? They've got like just him. It's just Royals Remigio, I believe, who Royals played over, and then Xavier Worthy. So I like it. Dalton Kincaid, AJ Barner, and Colby Parkinson. That is very solid. I've been hearing like Theo Grimminger on Fantasy Points. I think it was Theo. It was either Theo or his guest on the Bold Takes. Like they thought Dalton Kincaid was going to be have a really, really good season. Dirty P, 3683, Jaden Daniels, Baker Mayfield, Cam Ward. Yeah, I pulled Worthy up because I needed wide receiver, and I wanted spike week guys there. That's why I took the double stack. Like that's why I took Addison plus Worthy. Kind of the same. Like the Addison Worthy thing in my eyes was the same exact thing at lower capital as Adam did with Garrett Wilson plus Marvin Harrison Jr. Right? Like you take the same profile guys that are risky, and you just hope that one of those two hits. Right? Yeah. Right. And like I don't believe sniping really happens. If you want your guys, go get them. Some people intentionally do it, but whatever. Like you could take that guy in the first round if you really wanted, you know. So back to this: Jaden Daniels, Baker Mayfield, Cam Ward, running back, Christian McCaffrey, Bucky Irving, Tony Pollard, J.K. Dobbins, Rachaad White. I need to move Rachaad White up. I'm going to actually take the time to do all my rankings tomorrow. Rachaad White's moving up quite a bit. Mike Washington Jr., wide receivers: T. Higgins, Terry McLaurin, Mike Evans, Denzel Boston, Chris Godwin. Is that the double? If that's the double of 2024 or 2023 even. Alec Eilmanor, Keon Coleman, Devon Vele, tight end Juwan Johnson, Njoku, Gunnar Helm. He didn't get the slight fall on Tyler Shuck to get I guess he took all this afterwards. My question is to Adam on the I'm assuming you didn't see Juwan Johnson there when you took the Tajay Spears. You're probably not looking at that tab, I assume. Or do you just not like him? And since Sweetleaf doesn't talk, but I know they're listening, so I'll go ahead and review their team. 3773, quarterback Trevor Lawrence, Matthew Stafford, Shadur Sanders. Like I almost took Shadur at 193. I decided not to. Omarion Hampton, Kyron, David Montgomery, Dylan Sampson. So you took 2 early, and then you pushed it and took 7. I kind of like this. This feels very good. And then Dylan Sampson, Caleb Johnson, LaQuint Allen, who was being talked about, and Ollie Gordon. Ollie Gordon, somebody I am mixing in a low amount. LaQuint Allen, I've taken once. I think he's a fine pick, especially if you have Trevor Lawrence. Wide receiver, CeeDee Lamb, Devontae Adams, Carnell Tate, Brian Thomas, Quentin Johnston, Josh Downs, Jerry Jeudy. Tight end, Ferguson, Britton Strange, and double Ferg. Correlating Fergs. Between 2 Fergs is Strange. That's what we got here. That's your team name. Between 2 Fergs is Strange, I guess. So there you go. You're welcome. So anyway, that is all of those. It is time I'm getting ready to enter a big board. I need to bring it up on my phone since I location error every time. Why it won't even bring it up like the apps. Okay, the app started working again. There we go. All right, so we're going to enter a big board, and we're going to enter it in 15 seconds.
We never leave the grind. Fury, endless, relentless, fantasy, reigns. Who waits? Immortal.
All right, we're waiting on 7. Waiting on 7 for a big board. So how'd everybody's weekend go? What's up, pup? New wide receiver fall off, but I needed to add Penix. Okay, yeah, I wasn't sure like where it was. Has it? Like I don't have enough like I mean, let's go look at my exposures live. Um Worthy, I'm at field, and Addison, I'm under, I'm sure. Like Addison's one of those players that I've been taking the running backs in that I love the like I kind of like a lot of the picks in that area. Um and I haven't gotten to as much Addison as I would like. He's one that I definitely want to get more of. So we got the 12. We have Hartman at the 3, Sweetleaf at the 4, PP Punch at the 5, MSU fan might be here at the 6, Dirty P at the 7, Luke Dog at the 10, Stephen Urbank. I'm positive they're not listening to me. I think that's Stephen Urbank. But they're at the 11, and we got the 112 here. Good luck, everybody in. That's awesome. Glad you had a good weekend, Steph. So I'm gonna talk to Dirty P real quick. He watched the Jonah Coleman video, and like in the comments, I kind of wanted to go over this a little bit more, like on this, because it's something that probably needs to be discussed on Jonah Coleman. Like Jonah Coleman, I get like his highlights don't look that great, but number one, I only had a 60-second clip there to work with on the music, like because I'm just doing this to like learn editing, like these little videos I'm making. Like I'm basically trying to learn how to edit by doing something that's fun for me to do. Uh, and if people enjoy it, people enjoy it. If they don't, whatever, I'll still put it out. But Coleman's 24 tape is better. All of that stuff was done. All of that stuff was done off the 25 tape. And number two, like he's also a player that like isn't really going to absolutely flash on tape. He grinds. He's a grinder. So like those players never have huge awesome highlight tapes, you know. Those players like the players who are just going to hit you and get an extra 2 yards over and over again. They can catch the ball but don't do anything flashy but fall forward kind of guys. Like solid pro kind of guys. Those guys. Was he more? Peanut butter and total. All right. We might. Let's see what we get here. We get James Cook there. I'm hoping a certain player is available. Guess what, guys? I haven't been here yet. We're gonna take HN, and I made a Ashton Genty clip a while back. I've had an opportunity to take him, but I've chosen not to pull him up the board. So you guys get to see the Genty clip.
Yo, 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 getting Jenny with it. Getting Jenny with it.
There you go. And yes, Jamie bringing up right here. I will be on with this channel with Nice and Blunt. Nice and Blunt will be here at 4 p.m. Central. That will be a lot of fun. Absolutely looking forward to that. Coleman had over 1,000 yards, 6 touchdowns as a sophomore. Yeah, so like on the initial glance of Coleman for last year, like he had 15 touchdowns, which is awesome. 5 of those came against UC Davis, right? Like not that 10 touchdowns is bad, but like he had this gigantic blow up game. And I kind of wonder, like, actually, let's look at that. Washington, versus UC Davis. If was that early in the season? That was September 6th. So you cut like it could mean two things, right? That could be that could mean that he had a nagging injury or something that I don't know about. Like I don't know if he did, right? I haven't researched that part of it. Um he had 9 in his first 3. So maybe he got banged up. Like if something like that happens, maybe he got banged up. Maybe they just started playing better competition, like I don't know. So yeah. I'm glad you like the Genty drop. Like I said, I'm making these for fun. For me. If people like them, great. If they don't, great. Uh, I it's all good. Like if people hate it, I will not play it again. That is perfectly fine. But like I definitely want some shares of Genty, and I think Genty Achan in a couple weeks could be a little harder to get to. He must have been banged up because he was under 10 carries the last 3 games of the season. Okay. Yeah, I haven't done a deep dive on his stats yet, but it definitely kind of feels like it could have been something that happened. Okay. Didn't see him dragging piles, bullying. Uh, so Caleb Johnson was a product of pure like Coleman does have better movement skills, like in small spaces than Caleb Johnson did. Some people like thought that Caleb Johnson did. I never seen it, and I mean he might. I could have seen it wrong too, but I think that I think he's I think he's a good pick. The problem is that Emmett Johnson is probably the most mispriced player on the board, right? So I have a really, really hard time taking him because of that. Uh, I don't want to. I don't think I want to do that. Definitely going to take AJ Brown here. We're going to take. We're going to take the double. Like I'm going to play. Like if Hertz falls to me at like 84, I'll take it. I don't want the double stack. Um, because I think AJ Brown is gone. The more I'm looking at it, it kind of I know they'll have to do some cap stuff. It'll be a little weird to happen, but he definitely feels like a player that could be traded during the NFL draft this year. So hopefully, like, and if that happens, Devonta Smith is very like Devonta Smith as a wide receiver one would be awesome. Now, I think that they could bring somebody in. Like, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, exactly. Like AJ Brown, like the other thing is I think one of those teams that could be in on him are the Ravens. So I'm I'm not against AJ Brown and Zay Flowers uh individually at their prices. I am a little low on AJ Brown, but like if he goes to the Ravens, I think that makes the Zay Flowers price a little worse. Because at this moment, it kind of feels like because AJ Brown will get the red zone targets, right? Like he will get the red zone targets, say for whatever reason. And I get it; it's a new offense, completely new offense. Doyle, or it is Doyle, I believe, will do way more with a player like Flowers in the red zone as well. Can't draft tonight. Hopping in to drop a like. Thank you, Alex. We appreciate you for sure. I think I've clicked him twice. Uh, let's look. Brown. I've clicked him twice, a little board and a big board. Um, So like I kind of like, well, I like Lad. I mean, you probably have like 75% Lad, so it would make sense you don't have any AJ Brown. I actually prefer Lad to AJ Brown this year, but I'm kind of leaning. I'm kind of moving it to where I think that they maybe should be the same. I like this. Sweet Leaf pulls Burrow up for the triple stack. So uh, I like doing that. At the same time, like you have all of these, like you have every stacking partner with Burrow. So somebody has to take naked Burrow to not get that. Uh, but I also think that it's the player you get at 52 and 69. There's a little bit of a gap between them, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. So I think with as much capital as you invested, pulling Burrow up makes some sense for sure. All right, so we have Achan, Genty, AJ Brown, Devonta Smith. Let me put background music on again. We'll go to the Ducks. Sorry about that, everybody. And we will raise the volume slightly. Let me know if that was too loud. I put the volume up a little. I'm Cardinal Tate one here. I mean, do I just do it? I have a bunch of Jalen Hurts though. I I'm just gonna go Carnell Tate and Jaden Daniels. That's a potential stack that can happen. Number one, and if it doesn't happen, we're guaranteed some divisional correlation with Devonta Smith. So, uh, like I think that is a pretty solid pick there. I kind of like Jaden Daniels and Drake May pretty much equally. Um, but I do think that there's a reason. Like if Carnell Tate's there at 7, I think that the Commanders would be wild to not take Tate. Carnell Tate, opposite side of Terry McLaurin, would be fantastic. I'm more unimpressed at what I've seen with Mike Washington of Coleman, and as you say, Emmett Johnson feels much better. Yeah, more impressed. Okay, so my Mike Washington takes are, I like him, but it does feel like it. I'm the guy. I last year I continually said long speed at running back shouldn't be what you care about, right? Like if they can break the tackle, find the lane, and get 20 yards, absolutely awesome. Like that's enough. Like if you're breaking like 30-yard touchdown runs every once in a while, like that's enough, right? Like it doesn't need you don't have to have the speed to get the 70-yard touchdowns to be a good fantasy player or even a spike week fantasy player. And I do worry about Mike Washington Jr. Like his long speed, I don't think is going to end up being that good. Yeah, that's why I'm a huge Kyron fan. We'll get into that during the week, by the way. So with this show with Steve that we're going to do, the data diving show, I'm not sure what we're going to name it yet, but I'm sure he'll be fine with this. But I'm thinking about getting 4 categories for future episodes and letting the chat decide in a vote during the episode what the next week's will be. And one of the things that is on the docket is like a deep dive into workloads and running back 1s and 2s and offense and like the offense stuff. I do. I really like Zay Flowers this year. Unless they trade for AJ Brown, I don't love it. I mean, give me Jackson Dart too, please. Like, please and thank you. Please and thank you. Absolutely. I'll take the fall here. We're definitely going to take Jackson Dart, who's also a Carnell Tate target, right? Like, this is 2 teams that could very easily end up with him. But I think Tucker Kraft's like one of the most mispriced players on the board, so we're going to go ahead and take him. We're done at quarterback. We might take a third really late as like this is a Derek Carr team, right? Like throw Derek Carr on it. Maybe he ends up in Miami. If he's there in the last round, I might just take Derek Carr here. But Jaden Daniels, Jackson Dart, running backs Achane Genty, wide receivers AJ Brown, Devonta Smith, Carnell Tate, and Tucker Kraft. So we have double divisional correlation to the receivers here. We have 2 possible landing spots for the Carnell Tate there as well. And then we have what I think is one of the biggest values on the board, Tucker Kraft. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Washington he's really good at making the right read, understanding when he can bounce outside and gain a little bit more yards. His in the box cutting and stuff is fine enough. He runs through tackles with a little bit of power. Like he's going to be a guy who gets a lot of like 10 to 15 yard gains, right? And that matters. Like that gets you on the field. That's good. Now, I think he will be somebody that in the NFL, when he gets in the open field, he's going to get tracked down almost every time. But we'll see. Like, and whenever you watch his highlights, like you notice that, like every time it looks like he's just running in the open, and he looks super fast because he's running past somebody, but somebody else always catches him. So, but I also, like I said, I don't think that long speed matters a ton at running back. I'm a pretty big fan of this start, honestly, which is wild to say because the AJ Brown price, like, man, if he gets moved to a bad team or even a Ravens, like a high scoring team that's going to use him in the red zone properly, to a quarterback who's a better thrower than Jalen Hurts, yeah, sign me up. We're gonna, by the way, if you're new to the channel and you enjoy the content, if you could smash the sub, that would be awesome. We stream every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at 4 p.m. Central. And Sundays, we're going to do a 6:15 to 6:30 every week. Saturdays will be hit or miss. I'm going to put out a video on Friday and Saturday, though, of some kind. Little rookie highlight videos that I'm doing for fun right now. In the future, I do have plans for sure. I mean, and I love the Tyler Algier price. And I think do I want Boston here? Juwan Jennings, a player that I don't have enough of. We're going to take Juwan Jennings, I think. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and take Juwan Jennings. Juwan Jennings is very live to land in with the Commanders as well. Dude, that would be awesome to hit 420 with the Nice and Blunt stream. So I'll put that in an X post. By the way, that would be fantastic. Yeah, we were stuck at 397 for like 4 or 5 days. But we've definitely been moving up for sure. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to stream most Saturday nights, but that'll depend on like how the workday went, basically. And it'll be basically a pop-up stream. I won't have any plan. We're just gonna jump in, maybe rip a draft or two or whatever. I won't post it until I won't post it until like 10 minutes before I go live, kind of thing. So, but that's the plan. And we're definitely going to start doing some more different types of shows and stuff this year. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm hoping to get a couple, like definitely the one with Steve. We got the collab coming up. I would like to get a second collab kind of thing, maybe a once every other week kind of thing with some people as well. I think that would be fun. I just like talking ball. That's basically all it is. So I really really like this team. Like I like the other team. I think it was well built. I prefer this team. Jaden Daniels, Jackson Dart is so much upside at quarterback. That's 35-point upside like every week from two different guys. Achan Genty also 25, 30-point outcomes every week possible. The wide receivers could use some work. Algier as a third running back feels awesome as well. There's zero chance that this room lets me get Emmett Johnson over here at 132. But if they do, that is how we don't take we only take one wide receiver here. But I feel solid at every position, right? Like other than wide receiver. Wide receiver is going to be my weak position. And like Achan Genty, shocker. Somebody took it, like Dirty P took Emmett Johnson. Shocker. I mean, I could actually take like if Tracy falls as well, I think that makes sense because I do think that Matt Nagy might kind of make Tyrone Tracy into more of a hybrid style player and get him on the field for some pass down work as well. So like with Scadabo, I think we're gonna like they could use some of the pony personnel stuff where Tyrone Tracy and Scadabo are on the field in some passing situations. So that is something that I definitely want. Like I would love to get Shaheed here and Tracy. I think that would be fantastic. If not, like Dobbs would be a really good pick for me as well. For this specific team, like I want some meat here. There are plenty of we're gonna go Tyrone Tracy and Rashid Shaheed here pretty quickly. I think Shaheed's mispriced as well. I wanted Shaheed over Dobbs, but Dobbs gave us another floor play, like a floor style. Like I guess that's wrong to say. Like every year he has a 25-point week, right? What's up, Frankie? How we doing? Just got done with your first biggest board. Only took 4 hours to fill. I am going to stream one. Like I'm going to stream all of my biggest boards. I have a plan for them. I just kind of want some more information. Like I need. So, yeah, I do have a plan for what I'm going to do with the biggest boards. Specifically, the biggest boards. It's not filling like the War Room is right now, so I don't feel rushed to have to go get it done. But it is filling, right? My first biggest board, I don't know how I feel about it. Oh, biggest. I don't know if I'll do any biggest. I didn't realize they put the biggest out. No, I mean bigger. Bigger boards. Yeah. Sorry, Frankie, but you did the bigger board, not the biggest board. The biggest board was the $250 one last year. Unless you're talking about one on like I don't have access to it at least. I mean, I see bigger board here. I don't see biggest. Am I wrong? I mean, it is starting to fill pretty fast though. It's at 31%, but I've got one in. Yeah, the War Room is gonna fill very shortly. Like, okay, like I was just making sure. I was like, when did that drop? I don't remember that dropping. Hey, it's okay, Dirty. You can blame Frankie. You can blame. It's all Frankie's fault. It's all his fault, sir. I don't. I mean, this team needs huge upside, and like that would feel fine. I was just talking about needing some more Jordan Mason. This team would feel really good with Jordan Mason on it. Tyreek Hill is a guy I would love to see not be like to go to the Commanders specifically. But yeah, I think Tyreek at 160-ish is a fine pick. So we're going to go through the team real quick. We have a 2-5-6-1 here. We have Jaden Daniels. We have Jackson Dart. We have Devon Achane, Ashton Genty, Tyler Algier, Tyrone Tracy stacked up with Dart. We have Jordan Mason. We have A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith as a bring back here to whichever quarterback that they play, hopefully in the fantasy playoffs. Juwan Jennings, Rashid Shaheed, and Tyreek Hill. All of that. We got our early rookie with the two quarterbacks that teams might be drafting early. Two free agents that could sign there as well. And then we have Tucker Kraft, who I feel like is awesome. Yeah, it's all good. I can't see. Yeah, it's all good. Like I plan on doing them on stream. Like I'll basically tell you what I'm planning to do. I'm planning on reaching out to some of the like not the really really big streamers, but the bigger streamers, and ask them like be like, hey, if you come to my channel, I'll like we could do a bigger board. I'll pay for it. We split the earnings, kind of thing, right? Like, because on my channel, everybody who comes on is a bigger board. So that's my plan, is to do most of my bigger boards. I've done one to get the 50 likes on the live, but the plan is to basically try to pay people to come on the channel by doing bigger boards. So that is the idea and the plan for that. And I want to wait until like we have some consistent viewers now and stuff. So that's what I plan on doing, and that will not only assist me massively, but it'll help to get them filled, right? Because me myself, like I have a very loyal base, but getting something like that to fill is like that's $100 a pop. Like that's $800 of the Who Crew, right? Like, not that we're not going to spend it anyway, but yeah, that's my plan on that. Because I plan on doing them anyway, and like my goal is to grow the channel. There's one person specifically I'm going to message first on this, so we'll see how that goes. I expect them to say no, and I'm guessing that the second member would cut. Like the second one I'm going to message is somebody who would probably say yes to just a big board. But I would do it anyway. But anyway, that's the plan. What do you got? You guys think that's a good plan? Do you not care? Do you just want to do them? Is that all it is? So do I want to go? You know, yeah, we'll do that. I haven't done any research on MLB. I've been very busy. Like I've been learning the I was actually, by the way, Up Dog, I was just on I think it was a stream I think it was Tuesday this week. I said I need to message Up Dog, see if he wants to do a bunch of MLB. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna message you at some. I've already got a plan to when I'm gonna message you, Frankie. because you've been in the like you've been here for a while as well. But no, I was telling like Coolers and some of them that like I've not done any research on it. I know nothing about it. But I was gonna message you specifically since I think you finished top 10ish. I think I know the number, but I don't want to like make you feel bad because I know you were close and didn't get there. But last year in the Dinger, and I think that this Eliminator looks like a lot of fun. The MLB Eliminator looks like a blast. And I'd be up for doing some Dingers and stuff with you if you wanted some night. Just let me know. Because I know that you're probably gonna max the Dinger, and it's free extra entries for you to do them here, right? That you don't have to pay for. Yeah, you were pretty close on the they ended up getting like a extra at one or two extra. A couple of them got the extra pitcher basically, right? Yeah, well, that's the thing. I haven't, well, by research, I mean, I have no idea who's injured, who's not, kind of thing, right? And that's something I don't have to really go into detail with. But I don't have to look too hard on, but I need to know those things before I go draft them, right? But I would love to just click buttons people tell me to. Yeah, I'll message you later tonight. Actually, we'll talk. That would be hilarious. Be like, hey man, we have a super fan of yours that is I'm a fan of, but you are his golden ticket, he thinks. So how about you come here? I haven't taken Flournoy in a while, and I love the Flournoy price. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. And I mean, man, that tight end room looks so good. Like we're gonna go Flournoy and Iomanner. Actually, we're gonna do it. That gets us we're done there. If Carr makes it to us, I said we're gonna take Derek Carr. And running back, running back feels fine, right? And BB, if this is a BBM, would I be down? Would I be happy with this running back room? Absolutely, right? So, but I could add to it easy as well. So this wide receiver room: AJ Brown, Devonta Smith, Carnell Tate, Jawan Jennings, Shaheed, Tyreek Hill. I like to have nine wide receivers on my Tyreek Hill teams. Adonai Mitchell, Ryan Flournoy, and Alec Iomanner. Tucker Kraft and Njoku. I'm probably gonna add I'll add Michael Trigg or Eli Stowers to this, because I feel comfortable with those guys, and these guys could spike at the end. But that's what I would like this big board to end up being. And we're not gonna get to the 50 likes to do another draft, but I will. A wide receiver for each kid Hill has. That is an epic comment. You gotta love Mike Robb lurking in the background, just waiting for his spot. Always just waiting for his spot to come in and say something awesome. You gotta love it. And I didn't know this. Best Ball Guy is live right now. I knew he was live, and it said Best Ball Draft with Experts, but he didn't shout out who he's streaming with. He's streaming with Steve from Fanspeak Network. I missed that, and I don't know if Steve put it in his Discord, but I absolutely want to watch that. So I'm going to link that when we're done. I'm going to go over my team, and I will go over the teams of people who weren't in the first one. So Peanut Punch and Luke Dog. I will go over both of your teams. And if you're in here and you actually want to review, if you want to review and I reviewed your team the first time, I still will. Will Howard. I don't hate it. I do think that they definitely want somebody. I have heard rumors that they're going to go that they want Kyler Murray possibly. I mean, do we do this thing? Do we do this thing? What running backs are left? Ollie's left. I've taken a bit of Cousins already. I think. Which one? Who do I want here? I think we're going to take Trig for sure. I haven't taken any Mariota yet. But we're gonna do Kirk Cousins. All right, so this team, we got a 3-5-9-3. Jaden Daniels, Jackson Dart, and Kirk Cousins. Running backs, Achane, Genty, Algier, Tracy, Jordan Mason. Feels really good. Wide receivers, A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith, Carnell Tate, Juwan Jennings, Rashid Shaheed, Tyreek Hill, Adonai Mitchell, Ryan Flournoy, and Alec Iomanner. Tight ends, Tucker Kraft, Njoku, and Michael Trigg. That's a fun team. That's a really fun team. Is he? I'll have to go over there. Didn't see him earlier. But once this counts down, we will review Peanut's team. We could just do it from this screen. So Peanut, it's a pain to do it from this screen though. You got Bo Nix, Daniel Jones at quarterback. You just made your last pick. Running back, Jonathan Taylor, Derrick Henry, Breece Hall. Weighted all the way down to Braylon Allen. The New York Giants do not keep Breece, right? And he's the RB1. Najee Harris and Rodriguez. That's a really good RB room. Wide receivers, Adams, Brian Thomas. He pulled Brian Thomas up. Cortland Sutton, DJ Moore, Godwin, Concepcion, Travis Hunter. I like I know that Travis Hunter is going to fall. I still like him as a spike week option. Like whenever he starts going in the 170s, I like him as a spike week option. So we'll have we'll get into that in a second. Torrey Horton as the last one, who is just a fantastic pick. And then tight ends, Colby Parkinson, Hawkinson, and Hunter Henry. Just a solid team there. So to close this out, the Travis Hunter price, everybody's like, well, he's going to play corner. He's going to play corner. Well, what happens if what happens last year happens again, right? What if they have wide receiver injuries and the corners they add are playing well? Well, then they're just going to flip him back. And if that happens, you're getting a super valuable piece there. I think a full fade on cornerback Travis Hunter at the 140 price is kind of interesting. I don't want him on all my teams. Don't get me wrong. I don't want him with every Trevor Lawrence team either. And I want him on other teams as well. But I think that is something that could easily happen. And it's something that I've been taking a little Hunter. I'm probably underweight, but I don't think it's bad process, even though he is supposed to play primarily corner. And even though he's going to play primarily corner, I don't think they're going to play zero wide receiver. But anyway, I want to thank everybody for coming out. I had an awesome time. If you all enjoyed the content and you're new, please sub. I will definitely check out Best Ball on Call. If you want somebody else, like a real chill dude, go check out Best Ball on Call. Go go subscribe. Check him out. He's super chill. Oh, hold on. Are you... Oh, I forgot to... You're Luke Dog, right? I forgot to review Luke Dog's team. My bad. 2873 here. Josh Allen, Caleb Williams. I believe you're Luke Dog, right? James Cook. So you got the James Cook, Josh Allen stack, which used to be hard to get, and it's kind of a thing you can do now. I like it, though. Kyle Menengai, Dobbins, Kamani Vidal. Man, you waited. I like this running back room. James Cook, and then Menengai as a maybe guy, and then Dobbins, Vidal, Singleton, Robinson, Mike Washington, LaQuint Allen, like just a bunch of dudes who could get there. Your wide receivers have to be good. Jamar Chase, Adunze, Parker, Shakir, Dobbs, DK, Ted Hurst, Loveland, Kincaid, and T. Ferg. I probably would have, like, this is just nitpicking, but I probably would have added a wide receiver where you got Ferguson. Probably. I think that those two tight ends, like, if it doesn't work out with just those two, because the wide receiver, like, for the running back room you have, I mean, you have both. You have double elite quarterback too. So, like, it's a well-built team. I personally would have wanted another wide receiver there, but it's all good. Thanks, everybody, for coming in. Here's a link to BBG stream. Go in there, say hi. Also, go over to Best Ball on Call. Shout them out. Take care, everybody. I'll be back on tomorrow, 4 p.m. Central with Nice and Blunt. Look forward to it. Peace.
We're grinding through the torment. High volume, no management. Taming souls in descent. Grinding drafts through the abyss, no rest in our veins. Feel striking like lightning, flooding endless pains. From late season voids, he's dropping all the flames. Bestball Degens unite, shattering the chains. Old school RB stacking fury, derailing trendy trains. Who is commanding the storm etched in our brains? Who hangs thunder in the